going to go get your nails done. You going to go get your feet done. You moisturize every day. What kind of man are you?
You said get your hair cut every week.
What kind of man are you, homie? You somewhat of a homosexual man.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying if you get your hair cut every week, that's feminine.
If you get your hair cut every week, homie, that's damn near feminine to me. Because you getting your hair done, you getting your nails done, you getting your toes done.
That was the truth teller, Charleston White, saying literally self-care is feminine, is gay, is not manly. Do y'all know that it was the Moors that helped a particular type of European understand how to wipe their ass and clean it? Do you understand that there was a particular type of European that was taught and educated on how to wash their ass when they came over here to America? So when we start talking about it is manly to be dirty, what man are we talking about? No, he said more.
Literally, if you look at it, homie, a man normally is dirty because he got a trade, he got a skill. Normally a man is musty. Man is ashy, shoes dirty, because he's actively involved doing something. The nigga sitting around just cute and pretty all day long. He ain't never dirty. Every day he cute. Every day he pretty. Every day he well put together. What man did he get that from?
This is amazing content, man.
What man did he get?
The interview was like, man, this was amazing content because he knew who was finna go viral, didn't he? A man is usually musty and dirty. I just want to know, right? So if a woman is usually clean and a man is dirty and you expect for women to lay with men, doesn't that make them dirty? If you hang with dogs and the dog got fleas, won't you have fleas inevitably? Now, this can't be a Christian man talking like this, is it? Because I thought that cleanliness was next to godliness. You know what I'm saying? And literally, if the men practice self-care, if we as men practice self-care, whether we going in construction or we going in the oil or we shoveling shit, we should be able to take care of ourselves and clean ourselves because that's how sicknesses and diseases start to become communicable. You know what I mean?
Consciously, you don't understand what he was trying to say. He really right.
So how musty do you have to be to prove that you manly?
Are you telling me you bathe your man?
These men, you need to bathe. They need to be bathed and baptized.
So you bathe them and wash that?
Huh? Bitch, don't you clean your meat before you cook it?
I just didn't know you do all that.
Don't you clean your meat before you cook it?
They came prepared.
I don't trust that. Do you know a man could get his dick sucked and still come to your house?
I just told you that. Why you telling me about what I need a man for?
But
you
I'm not saying
contradict yourself.
No, I'm not contradicting myself.
The fuck you
I'm
did.
saying that he could get his dick sucked and come over to your house with stay breath on his dick and get in the bed with you. No,
I'm just telling you, we just talked about it.
You know how far we live out from the city. If a nigga comes from the city, from the airport, from anywhere, and you coming to the crib, I'm bathing you before you get in the bed with me. I'm bathing you.
What man did he get this from? You get that from your mama. You ain't never seen your daddy sitting up lotioning his leg, my nigga. Putting lotion. You ain't never seen your...
Did you know that American colonists were so stinky that native people could smell them a mile away? Okay, that was a slight exaggeration, but their hygiene was very bad. 17th century Europeans did not regularly participate in full immersion bathing. Instead, they washed their face and hands at a basin each day and believed that washing their linen undergarments was enough to keep their body clean. Native Americans bathed regularly in open rivers and streams. And even their oral hygiene was superior. They used things like chew sticks, mint, and charcoal to keep their teeth fresh and clean. Many of us were taught in school that Native Americans were simply defeated by the strength of European troops, but this wasn't true. Germs killed more native people than guns. Millions of native people died because of the horrible diseases brought over by Europeans as a result of bad hygiene. This included diseases like smallpox.
Did you shower?
Yeah, why? Fill me.
Did you wash your body?
Yes. Why?
Okay, that's it.
No, what are you doing? What? I didn't use that. I didn't use that either. What?
What did you use?
The water.
You didn't use any soap.
I used the water. Why
you need to use soap. How did you wash your ass?
With water.
No soap?
Now listen, I'm going to turn this into a teachable moment because a lot of us forget about the legacy of cleanliness and how that was weaponized against particular people and being inherently dirty. Her caption is, why are men like this? And listen, I know us as men can be some dirty creatures, but at least for black men, we gonna use some soap. You see what I'm saying? Some of us might not wipe it between our butt cheeks and think it's gay, but listen, we gonna use some soap. What I'm getting at is the cultural cleanliness wars and how it spotlights some hypocrisy. You see what I'm saying? This is not directed towards the people that made this video, but speaking to a broader culture. Specifically, I'm getting into the cultural of cleanliness in this country and how different people are seen as being inherently filthy at the expense of other people being seen as inherently clean. But we see that there's a contradiction in the way that different people practice hygiene. We sprinkle some historical context in there just to back that point up. When we think about the legacy of segregated pools, the idea that we were infected and filthy justified them being like, I don't want to swim in the pool with them dirty people over there. That's why this article says there was a racist assumption that black Americans were dirtier than whites and that they were more likely to be infected by communicable diseases. The push for racial segregation and racial exclusion was for white swimmers to avoid being infected by the supposed dirtiness of black Americans. Education is elevation, and if you want to learn more on this subject, you can read about the genealogy of race, purity, and hygiene. In closing, yes, the video is funny, but when it comes to the caption, why men are like this, the creator of this video needs to sprinkle some intersectionality in there because all men don't have the privilege of not being conscious of cleanliness and how they always seen as being inherently filthy and stank.
Historically speaking, white people were disgusting. Even their kings like Louis and Henry bragged about only bathing twice in their whole lives. When the Romans conquered Britain, they took pity on these helpless, pale people and brought with them the aqueduct and taught them how to use running water. And when the Romans left Britain, did the British keep up with these aqueducts? No, they went back to being filthy. Fast forward a little bit, now you have filthy white kings sending filthy white people to the Americas, where they brought with them their filthy white habits. Cortez and them, for example, thought that the indigenous people were bringing them flowers and things to praise them. No, they were masking your scent. Native Americans could smell these filthy white people from miles away. That's how they knew they were coming, because they could smell them. To the indigenous peoples of the Americas, cleanliness was a priority, so they bathed regularly. And when I say indigenous people, I mean the people of Mexico too. Speaking of Spanish conquistadors, Spain was conquered by Moors and Muslims for over 800 years, and Moors and Muslims taught them hygiene. Muslims are clean people who bathe at least 5 times a day. But after the Moors and Muslims were kicked out of Spain, the people of Spain wanted to distance themselves from anything Muslim, so they quit bathing. Hell, even cats know not to drink stagnant water. It's encoded in their DNA. That's why you see cats pawing at the water in their bowls, because they know stagnant water is sickness. But since you're giving them clean water and it's not moving, they move it around in the bowl before they drink it, because they know moving water is clean water. So no, white people should have been drinking and bathing in clean water like centuries of non-white people have been teaching them. You understand what I'm saying? Now wash your thumbs when you wash your hands, okay? I love you.
I think using a washcloth is for poor people, but I don't think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing. Because
I've only met poors who use them. I've never met.
Wait, but is it also European? Because I have European friends that do it as well.
Maybe they're poor. I don't know.
I don't know. But we never did in my house. There was no time for that.
I know. I've ended friendships when I saw washcloths. I'm serious. I don't want that stink on me, that like poor stink.
Yeah. But I don't understand. I guess it is just so that you don't have to touch your hands to your genitals.
We don't have that much soap to go around. Get out of
Is
here.
that the utility? Or is the utility like, I don't have to touch my bare butt or my bare genitals?
I don't know.
My bare. I think it's more of a puritanically rooted thing of like, I don't want to touch my bits.